Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am still here in New York City. We have found a new store. Now, I do want to quickly give a shout out to this person in the comments for suggesting this. We got Black Fury Knight. I'm pretty sure Black Fury Knight actually suggested this last year when I was in New York City, but I was on my last day of New York City. I never got to visit that store, but we are actually here at a very unique store, and that store is none other than Book Off. Now, what makes this very interesting is, from my understanding, I believe there is only 2 book offs in America. I believe there is one in California. There might be a few more in California, but I think there's just one in New York City. And then in Japan, Book Off is extremely popular. Book Off is the place that a lot of people will buy their games at in Japan. When I say this place is popular, it is super popular in Japan. It's a company that started in Japan. There's like no locations here in America. There is thousands over there in Japan. I'm very excited to see what the experience of Book Off is. Everyone talks about how great it is, how you can find books, CDs, video games, just everything you can imagine. It sounds like the Japanese version of McKay's to me, but way more popular than McKay's. So I'm excited to see what this is going to be. I hope I don't spend too much money, because I spent a lot of money yesterday at Video Games New York whenever that video came out. But wanted to shout out Black Fury Knight for this. I do read y'all's comments. I might not reply to them, but I do know who a lot of you guys are, even if I don't reply to those comments, just to further prove that. But without further ado, let's go right into the store. Let's see what exciting Switch games we'll find, and maybe just in general what exciting stuff we'll find, because I feel like we'll find just interesting things here. Let's take a look. Guys, we just walked in. Oh my goodness. Look at all of the Switch games. Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting this, honestly. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, just Switch games everywhere, man. Oh my gosh. I already see one that I'm buying, if it's not expensive. Kentucky Route Zero. This is one I have been on the lookout for. It is $79.99. I don't know, do I want to pay $79.99 for this game? It looks like it's like the holographic version. I'm sure that's like a pre-order bonus of some sort. I'm not very sure. Oh my gosh. They have the Xenoblade Chronicles Wii U Collector's Edition for $85. That is the last Xenoblade Collector's Edition I need, and I have all the Xenoblade sets. In fact, I think I have everything that was released Xenoblade here in America if I buy that. That is the best price I've seen for that. If that's complete, we're picking that up for sure today. Wow. I cannot believe the amount of games that are right here for the Switch. I wasn't sure what to expect, guys, just to be honest with you. I mean, look at this. There's just so much. Wow. Wow. This is just the first part of the store too, man. First part of the store. I mean, I already own this, but this is kind of cool to see just because of the obscurity of things that you can find here. They have the Rocket Knight Adventures, Sparkles, Resparkle. Now, the reason why this is interesting, you guys might be like, Max, it's just a limited run game. Why is that cool? The reason why this is cool, this is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive cover. So that just shows the craziest things that they can have here. If they have something from San Diego Comic-Con. Like, you were only really able to buy that at San Diego Comic-Con and then Limited Run's website when it was available for a little bit. Man, that's just the first part of the store, guys. There's an upstairs too. Wow. Okay. I think I might pick up this. I was not expecting to actually find stuff here. I didn't think it was possible. I felt like there was just going to be a small selection of Switch games, but they just ended up being so much here. I might need a few minutes to process this. They even have some cartridges for sale right here. That's kind of cool. And so far, from a price standpoint that I'm looking at here, some of it's a little bit higher, but it's not like J&L games high, if that makes sense. Which, we've already been over why J&L is so high. They're literally right there into New York City. And the prices here at Book Off's probably a little bit little bit more leeway since they're an actual business around the country. So so far, I'm pretty happy with the prices that I'm seeing here. There's a few things that I'm seeing that might be $5 over value, but as I look further through these games, I'll give you a better idea if the prices are very good or just, you know, standard or something maybe a little bit higher than usual. So far, I'm seeing some things that are higher, but it's not like super high, not like crazy high, if that makes sense. So I found something that's an extremely good deal. I'm kind of like pretty mad at myself, but at the same time, I would have never realized this was going to be here because this is a pretty new title. They have Freedom Wars Remastered here. It is $29.99. That is a extremely good deal, just in comparison of what I paid. I was at Video Games New York yesterday. I paid $55 for it. Although it was brand new, it was sealed, you're paying for the used factor of this, which I don't mind because I'm gonna open the game anyways. I'm not one of those people that really care about the sealed stuff. In fact, I try to buy the stuff not sealed because you can get so much a way better deal. So that is very cool. Someone's going to have a fun time finding that because that is a very good pickup at a very good price. Just not for me since I already own it, but I wanted to point that out since we're talking about good deals at the store, what's goodly priced, if stuff is highly priced. And like I said, there is stuff that's highly priced here, like LA Noire, that's $39.99. That is a game that you can find probably for like 15 bucks at GameStop. But just since there's one game that's high doesn't mean everything's high. There's still stuff that's like Monster Hunter Rise right here. This is $19.99. That's actually a really good deal for Monster Hunter Rise. It's just some things are good deals, some things are just way higher than they should be. Right now, it's a good mixture of good pricing. All right, so I found two more games that I'm definitely picking up. I found Origami, and then I found the second one. Now, I have seen the second Origami out there in the wild. I've always wanted to pick these games up, but I could never find the first one. So now that I got the first one and they got the second one here, I'll just pick up both. Because while I've seen Origami 2 out there in the wild, I don't see it very often. But yeah, these are two cool ones to pick up. Now, like I said, I'm not going to show you everything when it comes to prices with this, but I do want to be upfront with some of the prices with you. I noticed this game right here. K's is a game that y'all have been recommending me, especially after our Donkey Kong stream. Everyone's saying that this is similar to Donkey Kong Country, or at least inspired. They're selling it for $35. I've seen this game for $20 out there. So that's one that we would definitely not pick up here. There's also this one that I really, really want to get because you guys know I love horror Switch games. I've been wanting to find this. I've only seen it online. I'd kind of like to buy my games in the wild rather than online. I try to avoid it, if I'm being honest, just because I like being in the store. I like being able to hold it, that type of stuff. But they have the Horror Tales game right here. This is one I've been looking for, but I've seen it out in the wild for like 12 bucks. They're selling it for 40 here. And then another last one I'm going to show off when it comes to prices, just to give you guys just the idea of the pricing. It's all over the place here. Sometimes really good, sometimes really bad. They have the Kingdom Come Deliverance game. This is a game that you will find at GameStop for 25 to 30 bucks. It's not a $45 game. So some of the stuff that they sell here, I'm noticing that there's like a trend where they'll sometimes sell it for over $15 more than the value it's at. And then I've found things that are normal retail value, sometimes below retail, and then sometimes I find it that maybe it's $5 more than what it's actually worth. So I think it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying this. I'm going to probably grab an employee to check out that Xenoblade Chronicles X that we pointed out earlier, because I do want to pick up that. I just want to make sure it's complete because that is a really good price for it, and it makes me wonder if everything's in there. So I'm going to go ahead and see if it's available. I think we're probably done with the Switch games. I did check on that Kentucky Route Zero. That one was priced pretty well. It might be $5 over, but it's also the foil version. I'm not seeing that out there on the stuff I was looking at. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one up too. And then these. But I think we're probably done over here now. So I will let you guys know how the Xenoblade Chronicles X looks in just a second. Oh, didn't see you there. So you're probably wondering, what's the verdict on the Xenoblade Chronicles X? Well, come to find out, that thing is still sealed, so it has everything in the box. That is the best price I have ever seen for that collector's edition. I think that is cheaper than what it actually retailed for. I don't know why it's sold that cheap here, but we are definitely getting it. We're completing the Xenoblade set here today. Would like to own more Xenoblade Chronicles items. That's like the goal. I don't know if we're gonna fit that onto the shelf because the shelf is already pretty full with a lot of other things, but I'm gonna try to figure out if I can put it on the Xenoblade shelf that I'm already building, basically. We'll see though. But while we were looking, we saw they have a bunch of Japanese books here. I thought that was pretty cool. Definitely just not something you see every day at a store. Very cool to see nonetheless. But we're gonna start now looking through the whole store, seeing what other gaming stuff they have, collectible stuff like that, because we're pretty much done with the Switch section, at least, unless there's more upstairs, I don't know. But without further ado, we're gonna continue looking at the store, let you know what we see. So obviously I've been reading a lot of manga recently. I've been starting with the Persona series since I really like the Persona games. Everything but Persona 3. We don't like Persona 3 in this channel. But I did see they had Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't have the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. That's kind of the one I'm looking for. I'd like to read that because I know that it's completely different than the anime from my understanding. But this is the 5Ds version, so I'm probably gonna pass on this, but it's cool to see this because obviously this place has so much of mango around here, and they're selling this for like $7. That's a few dollars cheaper than just the regular retail price for mango. So that's pretty cool to see out here. I doubt I'll be picking any of this. I might take a look at the Persona section, but as you've seen, I don't feel like the video does it justice. There is so much here at the store. It is absolutely crazy. So I actually did find something that I had no idea. There's actually a Spider-Man mango out there. The reason why I'm over here at the S section is because I was just gonna see if they had the Splatoon books because I forgot there's a Splatoon mango out there. I was like, okay, you know what? I might read at least the first book of that. Unfortunately, they don't have the first book, but they have a lot of it. I'm sure the first book probably sells very fast since they are selling it at a very cheap price. But I am going to pick up this because Spider-Man, you guys know I love myself some Spider-Man, so to read a Spider-Man mango sounds very interesting. So I figured I would show off my grandpa because he's actually going to be picking up something today. We're here at the vinyl section, which this is just a small part of the vinyl. There's apparently way more downstairs. But what are we picking up, Papa?
I just cannot believe seeing Chris Christopherson and Barbara Streisand, A Star is Born soundtrack, all in Japanese. And
oh, wow.
I've got to buy it to take it home and hear if there's any difference in the music or if they've changed to Japanese lyrics with, I don't know. I just got to find out. This movie and Barbara Streisand was very, very special to my late wife, Max's mama, and I just got to have it.
All right. Well, even my grandpa's picking up something here at Book Off, so that just shows how great this store really is and just how much is in it. So
Great.
They got a nice selection of Japanese N64 games right here. And then obviously they got the Super Famicom over here. I think they got the Famicom over here. Then they have actual Famicom, Super Famicom systems for sale over here. Pretty cool to see. Not something that you see every day. Very small GameCube selection. They got Meteoroid Prime 2 for $60. I think that's a little bit above price charting. And then Star Fox Assault is $60. I think that might actually be a pretty good deal or when I say good deal, not really above retail price. So that's pretty good to see. But pretty small GameCube selection overall. It's probably the smallest thing of the whole store, if I'm being honest. Leaving Book Off, we're a bit away from it now. There is a lot of construction going on over there now. So we're gonna film the outro out here. The total that I ended up spending was around $255. I didn't pick up anything extra. I had those Switch games. The Xenoblade Chronicles X was complete, which kind of surprised me. In fact, I'll show it to you guys. This was the Xenoblade Chronicles X, in case y'all are curious. I was surprised to see that it is indeed still sealed. That very much surprised me. I'm pretty sure that is a very good price, all things considering, since it's still sealed, has everything in it. It's a price that I am more than comfortable paying. And now I think I have everything out there in the wild when it comes to Xenoblade here in America. So happy to have this finally in the collection. Hopefully I can find some more Xenoblade stuff in the future, because I know that there's stuff in Japan and stuff like that. But we got this and only had to spend $85. Total that we spent today was about $255. Pretty happy with that. It's the last trip, or the last big visit of New York City where I'm spending a lot of money, so happy about that. I got Shovel Knight this week, but I don't think I'm gonna be spending that type of money for Shovel Knight, at least. I couldn't imagine Yacht Club Games bringing that much merchandise. Hopefully not. And then we got Harry Potter tonight. Doubt I'm gonna be spending that much money at Harry Potter. But yeah, I've been talking for way too much. What'd you guys think of Book Off over there? I did my best to show off everything. I don't know if the video really does it justice, that place, because there's just so much in that store. But either way, I greatly enjoyed being at that store. Definitely reminds me a lot of McKay's. If you guys have been to McKay's, it's just similar vibes there. And yeah, make sure to backslash that subscribe button, like the video, check out the Twitter, Instagram, Discord server, Monado Marine membership, $5 a month. Helps out the channel tremendously after spending that much money. it's okay. You don't have to. Big announcement coming at the end of March, guys. Massive, major announcement, biggest announcement ever. 2 announcements in one video. I hope to see you guys there. Have yourselves a wonderful night, day, whenever you're watching this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.